All right. Good day, everyone. How you doing? Before I go ahead with this important topic, I need somebody to really get in touch with me and assure me you can all hear me and hear me clearly. I hope there's no echo or all the stuff. Please, can someone just check? I really want to be sure there's no echo, there is nothing that distorts sound. Thank you. I can see people coming up. Thank you so much, guys, but check for me to be sure the audio is perfectly okay. I can hear you clearly. I hope there's no echo. Thank you. I can hear you. It's clear. Thank you. I'm so happy to hear that. We were trying to come online yesterday and there was like network issue. Okay, God bless you. So how you doing? If you are in West Africa, I hope you're enjoying your lunch break at work just like I am here. I want to briefly talk to you about how long or short your courtship should take before you go ahead with your wedding. Okay. From my wealth of experiences in marriage counseling and as a marriage therapist, I have been able to observe that so many things that are going wrong in relationships, most especially for those that are married, most of them like stemmed up from the way they handled their courtship. Okay, so that's exactly what I want to talk about. You should be able to call in. Let's make it an interactive session. The numbers are right there on the lower third: 0809 2222164 and 0809 2222165. You should be able to call in, please, and let's interact together, ask questions, make your suggestions and your contributions. It makes the conversation so lively, so I won't be the only person pouring, you know, my view to you. Let somebody somewhere just make a contribution so that every one of us can learn. Once again, welcome on board. How long or short should your courtship take before going ahead with wedding? I know in my previous videos, some of my previous videos, I clearly stated what courtship is all about, and I also relatively compared it with dating. I remember I said courtship is when both of you have agreed to get married to each other. There is a romantic relationship, and the romantic relationship is towards getting married to each other. There is a mutual agreement on that already. Why dating? There could be a romantic relationship in dating, but there is actually no agreement to get married to each other yet. So I was able to differentiate that. And please, the audio, sorry for that, is not clear. I just saw Ayodele Oluwalano, the audio is not working. I hope that is not from my end, right? Can somebody just confirm to be sure that is not from my end? I know I already got the feedback from some of my friends already that the audio is okay, but Ayodele Oluwalano is saying the audio is not working. So is that from my end or from his end? Take note of that. All right, please share the program as you join. Thank you, Grace Mudukwa, for saying that. Please share. It's simultaneously going on YouTube also. Okay, please subscribe to the channel, and you can also share this for somebody somewhere to get connected. Thank you so much. I can see Eze saying right on. Thank you, Eze. God bless you, and thank you, everybody. So I was saying that I hope that is clear enough. Courtship and dating are two different things. Now let me emphasize on courtship. How long should your courtship be before you go ahead to get married? As a marriage counselor, personally, as Mary Boye, I do not have an exact date or duration for your courtship before you marry. What I really want to emphasize is both of you, all right, sorry for that distraction, both of you need to get to know each other so well before you can say, I can spend the rest of my life with this person. Now you love each other, he has asked you out and you have said yes, and both of you have agreed that this is a relationship towards getting married to each other. Now if you think you want to assure yourself that you have known your partner so much, after you've spent like up to 3 months or 3 or 6 months or 1 year together, fine. After you are satisfied by the fact that you have now known each other so well, that is when you should go ahead with the wedding. Now, let me emphasize on knowing each other so well. How does your partner react to some issues? What are the issues you have that you have tried your best to trash as a couple, an engaged couple? Now, if there are some issues that you have not settled, now this is not trust. I know we've talked about trust before, that until you build trust for each other, don't even bother to go to the altar to tie the knot or to the court. Settle that first. Now, apart from trust, other matters, probably you notice that your partner doesn't handle money well, or the way your partner deals with you when it comes to money, and it's not smooth yet. Don't say he will get better in marriage. You must settle it to a level before you go ahead with the wedding. The reason is this, I will repeat, I've said it before, that most of the problems married couples are having today are the problems they actually solved during courtship. They didn't just give attention to it. So if some of this problem, I know you're not going to build him during courtship to be a perfect person. After marriage, you keep building on each other to become better. But there are some things you must settle to a level before you can go ahead with the wedding. It's for your own safety. That is why I'm setting apart this broadcast to actually counsel you. If you're currently, running your courtship and there is a relationship and it is towards marriage, get to settle some matters very clearly before getting married. Now, despite the fact that I do not have an exact duration for your courtship, I still believe that your courtship shouldn't be too short. Even no matter how carried away you are, because there is love, there is this, there is that, it's so romantic, this guy is so nice. No matter how nice a guy is, no matter how nice a lady is, it gets to a point that you begin to see one or two things that you begin to talk about as an issue. When your relationship has not gotten to that point, please don't get married yet. If this guy is almost very perfect, the lady is almost very perfect, and both of you are doing well, oh, that is my prayer, that is my target as a counselor. That is why I talk to every one of you like almost every blessed day. But if this relationship is leading towards marriage and it's like almost everybody is perfect, there is no time you've talked about any issue. If we talk about issue, they are just minor. Don't still go ahead to get married. It's as if something is not still clean somewhere. If two adults are coming together after they have grown up apart in their different places, and they are coming together to spend the rest of their lives together, there is no how they won't have differences that they will try to settle. And those that are mature among these couples, they try to either talk to a counselor or they sit down together to talk about this issue. So if you are in a relationship and the relationship is months now you've been in it, some are even over a year, and there is no period where you have actually sat down to talk about a problem you had as a couple, unmarried couple, you are just courting about to get married, don't get married yet. Okay, hold on, continue with the courtship. Something is not still right somewhere. I must be very sincere with you. You may say, oh, we understand each other. That is why. The moment you understand each other is the understanding you need to settle the differences you have. You can't tell me there are no differences. Okay, it's for your own safety. You need to take your time, and I pray God will give you wisdom in the mighty name of Jesus. Now, if you are dating and you want to ask me how long will you date before you propose to him or her, despite the fact that I personally do not support dating because of the side effects on the people involved. I've said it before that dating is, you're like trying whether the relationship is going to work. You're like checking on this guy, checking on this lady whether you can marry, but you have already launched officially a romantic relationship, but you're not sure whether it will lead to marriage. Imagine you're spending your emotion, you're spending your resources, you're spending time, money, you're spending so many things with somebody you said you love, and there is no commitment whether where the relationship is leading to. That is why I do not personally support, dating. So because by the time you launch a romantic relationship and you love each other and you've been doing this for years, there should be a focus reasonably. Okay, there should be a commitment reasonably, because if any one of you in the relationship just walks up and says, actually I'm no longer interested in this relationship, the person has committed no crime, because there is no commitment to getting married in the relationship. To be quite honest with you, that is not safe for your emotion, because I know courtship also breaks. Okay, so many courtships break, all right, but define every relationship you are entering into. So I believe I have been able to clearly state it out that there is actually no exact duration for courtship. Just do what works for you and be so sincere with yourself. You can call in, remember, to ask questions or to make your contribution. Be so sincere with yourself to be sure that at least you have known each other so well. I know he has anger, but we've been able to grow, both of us as lovers, to be able to manage the anger so well that it shouldn't get out of hand by the time you get married. You already know each other's weaknesses and how to manage these weaknesses. These are very vital things you must not ignore, no matter how intoxicated you are when it comes to love for each other. Take note of these things. It's very, very important, and I pray God will give you wisdom in the mighty name of Jesus. Now, marriage, let me chip in something under this topic. There is actually no exact formula. You may see books of 21 steps on how to settle your marital problems, one giant step you should take to handle your spouse for a successful marriage. There may be books like that, but to be quite honest with you, as a marriage therapist, there is actually no principle, there is no specific law that you can define as a law to running a marriage smoothly. There is no specific one. There are dynamic steps to take to handling, a successful marriage. The reason is this: we are all not the same people. I am different from who you are. My husband is different from your husband. As a guy, and another guy over there, these are two different people. Now, if both of you are different, why will a principle work for you and the same principle works for the same person? You are not even under the same factors. So there is no specific law on how to manage marriage, just that there are some steps you must take that you must not ignore, because marriage is built on truth. Imagine you are not a truthful person, then you are breaking the law. Okay, not a specific law, the one that will work for you. So there are some common factors, some common steps everybody can take, all right? But successful marriage, steps to handling successful marriage are peculiar to every marriage. So that is, I hope you got that point very clearly. The steps to successful marriage are peculiar to each marriage or each couple. So take note of that. What works for me might not work for you, because my husband is different from your husband. And what works for your neighbor, despite your neighbor is, you're in the same church or you are in the same mosque, you go to the same, you have the same job, despite that, you are unique people, the people involved in the marriage. So what works for him may not work for you. That is why there is need for you to spend time to understand each other so well. You need to spend time together. If I know I have handled, I've given you a video, a broadcast on distant relationship. Even though it's a distant relationship, there is need, just like I encouraged in the video. If you've not seen that video, please, once we are done, just check where I handled the topic on distant relationship. Most distant relationship can actually be managed if only you can handle things well during the period that both of you are apart. And I keep saying it, you can't know each other so well when you are so much apart, and all of a sudden you are ready financially, you are ready emotionally, you are ready this, you are ready, but you've not spent time together so much to the level that you can say, I know my partner, I know my spouse. When you have not gotten to that level where you can beat your chest to say you know each other, come on, don't go ahead yet. Spend more time. You are going to be spending the rest of your life together. There is no need to be in a hurry, okay, so that you don't rush in to rush out. That shall not be your portion, in the mighty name of Jesus. I need to just check to see whether you can, whether there are some questions I already need to attend to here. God bless you guys. I can see all of you. I can see people saying share, please share this video. Okay. All right, thank you. Okay, I'm trying to check if I have some questions here that I need to attend to. All right, somebody says, thank God for the first time I am blessed to listen to a live message. Oh, is this your first time? Oh my God, just subscribe to this channel, like the page, and subscribe for notification, so anytime I'm live you can always get the notification and get to join. Okay, at times I can't just predict when I will come up, okay, because there are some factors I also work with. All right, so I may not really be able to give you a schedule on how I come online, but if you subscribe for notification, okay, you can get a notification for all the broadcasts. All right, let me see, are there questions for me? This is a very short message. Let me just go to YouTube. All right, I can see you guys on YouTube also. Thank you so much, God bless you, and I hope this has blessed somebody today. Remember, you need to spend more time together. There is no need to rush. For those of you that have planned that, oh, I do not want to exceed this certain age before getting married, what is worth doing? The Englishman says it's worth doing well. So there is just no need to be in a hurry. See, it's not what you see during courtship. It's going to be a little bit different by the time you eventually get married. During courtship, things may look so smooth. I'm not trying to scare anybody here. I'm just trying to be very realistic with you, because the Englishman says prevention is always better than, cure. There are some things, if you are not married, congratulations, no matter what your age is, spend time to learn how to manage marriage before you eventually get married. Okay, some of you, God has shown you so much mercy that the reason why you are still single is for you to be able to learn how to build a home before you eventually go there. There are common topics that can cause problems in marriages. Okay, money, talk about money during courtship. So courtship is not just taking each other out for shopping, dates and all those stuff. It's not just knowing about your siblings. Talk about money, talk about sex. Okay, you talk about money and you talk about sex. Or it's possible you lost my video over there, but definitely I'm gonna just go ahead to make some changes. Sorry for that. All right, please stay tuned. You can't see me, but you can hear me. Okay, so just take note of that. So there is actually no need for you to be in a hurry when it comes to managing your relationship, because it's just very important, very important you spend time to know each other better. All right, so I'm back now, so I hope you can still see me now. Sorry for that break. All right, so kindly take note of that you need to understand each other so well. It's just for your sake. It's just for you. It's not for anybody else, just for you. Okay, and talk about money. Just like I said, there are topics you should handle. Talk about money, talk about sex, talk about sex. When this happens to so many Christian courtship, okay, we don't talk about sex. Let's talk about sex during courtship. Talk about sex a lot, not because you are going to have one during courtship. Okay, and plan. How many children do you intend to have? And once you are married, do you plan that siblings will stay with you in the house? Plan. These are fantastic topics. So many things to talk about during courtship. Okay, so please take note of that. I can see some questions falling in. Somebody say, I would like to ask, please, if you feel you and your partner never have enough time to discuss, what do you do? Sometimes I just feel we could talk more. I hope this is not toxic. No. This is not toxic. Gabby, I got that question. You're saying that if you feel you and your partner never have enough time to discuss. Now, I want to assume this is courtship going on here. That is, you are still courting, you are not married, and you just feel there is no time. You need to really encourage each other to spend time. It's just to be able to handle some possible problems. There are some problems that are actually avoidable if only you can manage the situation well. So if you observe that probably you and your spouse, or maybe distance or job, he's so busy, you are so busy, everybody is busy, and you don't spend time together. Marriage is not what you manage that way. You need to actually create time and spend time together, know each other, okay? Getting to know each other. In this situation, how does she react? In that situation, how does he react? These are the things you should just check out, and it's very, very important, okay? So if you feel you don't spend enough time together, you have to create that time for the sake of the future, okay? This is very important. I hope I attended to that question. There is another question. Is it right to ask this question from a guy you are dating at the early stage of the relationship? Asking a guy his plans for the relationship, I mean trying to know his intention towards the relationship. Oh, at the beginning, Basharu is asking, that's a Hefsiba Okpeyemi. She's asking a very important question, saying, at the beginning of the relationship, is it okay for me to just ask the guy, what is your plan for this relationship? Oh, why not? Okay, but the moment before you give your yes, that is actually when the right time to ask such question. Before you give your yes, because after you've given your consent to his proposal, even when both of you have not agreed to marry each other, immediately you give the consent, and as a lady you begin to ask him at the early stage, it will be like you are desperate, that you just want to get married, and he might begin to lose interest in the relationship. My suggestion for you is, right at the beginning of that relationship, when he's proposing to you and you're taking your time before you give him your consent, it is at that point you should now ask that, oh, what is this relationship all about? I really, at this stage of my life, I really want to be focused. So he should be able to clearly state out the reason why he's asking you out. This is very important. You are not a kid, okay? You should know where you're going in every decision you take. Taking decision in life is very important, but you must know why you are taking every decision. And I pray God will give you wisdom. I hope that helps. Let me see if I have other questions. Somebody says, second marriage, how long can you court before you marry? Second marriage. Now, if it is second marriage, I do not know what happened to the first marriage, okay? The only reason why I will be talking about a second marriage is probably somebody you lost your partner to death, okay, and that is why there is a second marriage. Now, if you lost your partner to death, that legalizes you and also divinely gives you access for the second marriage. Now, let me address you. I will address it if it is on the other way around also. Now, in the second marriage, there are some things you learned in the first marriage. You really want to, and I believe that if you were given the privilege to have a second marriage, you want to correct them. Take note of those things. Secondly, there is actually no specific duration. I already said it. Whether it's a second marriage or it's a first marriage, there is actually no specific duration. What I encourage every one of you, friends, is that just make sure you understand each other so well that you won't be getting married to a stranger. Knowing each other so well is beyond seeing me every blessed day. Knowing each other so well is beyond he's nice, is beyond he's arrogant, is beyond he's stubborn, he has anger. No, that is not what I'm talking about. Knowing each other so well, by that statement, means you have issues, you know how to handle it. There is a situation, you know the possible way he reacts to those situations. You know how to manage your matters. You know how he thinks about his family. You know how she handles her dad. Okay? You know the emotional attachment your partner has towards his parents or her parents. Take note of all these things and know how to manage them well. So there is no recommended duration on how long should this take or not. Okay? Take note of that, friends. Okay, now if you're in your second marriage, the first marriage, it was as a result, you lost it to divorce, okay? okay, and now you have a second marriage you're about to enter into. Divorce is a very sensitive topic to talk about as a preacher of the gospel, a counselor making use of the Bible. I do not support divorce because the Bible does not support divorce. But if you're already divorced and you are asking me this question, I will ask you that the person you are getting married to, okay, if this person is also a divorcee, there is need for you to talk to a counselor. You're getting married to a divorcee, talk to a counselor. You divorced and the person you are getting married to is not a divorcee, I still advise you to get in touch with a counselor. Even you have done all the legal papers, you are separated, this person has remarried and all those stuff, sincerely, I will handle such counseling. Talking about the factors surrounding your own specific situation is just not what I can generalize, okay, for the sake of truth and integrity, so that nobody is misled anywhere. I repeat, I do not support divorce, but the thing is that some people are already divorced and there is nothing we can do about it. We marriage counselors cannot throw them out because they are divorced. We can't say they are outcast, they are not, okay? We still have to talk to them. But people like that, I love to have personal communication with them to know everything going on or most of the factors surrounding them, so I'll be able to know where I can come in to assist, okay? So if that is the case, that is exactly what I really want to advise, okay? Let me see if there are more questions. Ma, is it right? Okay, I've attended to that. Okay, I hope these questions are coming in real time, because at times network might delay a little bit. Okay, so okay, I believe we have spent though this is almost 30 minutes. I believe we've spent pretty good time together, and I believe you were able to gain one or two things from it. Please spend time during courtship. There is no need to be in a hurry, and above all, please involve God in your relationship. God is a faithful God. He created marriage. If you are a believer, you are a Christian, don't ignore a good relationship with God, and the Lord knows the heart of every man. Getting married to someone is like taking a risk. Let's be realistic. Choosing to spend the rest of your life with someone is like taking a risk. But when there is a divine backing of someone who knows about tomorrow, then there will be peace within you. Okay, that is the difference. The marriage of someone who has a good relationship with God and the one who is just a casual person. Okay, God assures you about what tomorrow will be. That is just the beauty. And when you have access to what tomorrow will be, that will be just fantastic. You will know what to do and what not to do, the decision to take and the ones not to take. These are the things that are very vital. Take note of them, and I pray God will give you wisdom. Okay, tonight I will still be coming up. Okay, I'll still be coming on. If you're in West Africa, I'm using the West African time. For those of us on YouTube, there is actually no question on YouTube yet. So I want to believe we got this message correctly. God bless you. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, Mary Boye TV. And please like the page. Mary Boye, the page I'm broadcasting from on YouTube. Like it refers somebody somewhere. See all the clips. I'm very sure that out of every nonsense, okay, there is a sense in that word, okay, and I'm very sure God will minister to you. God bless you. Feel free to get in touch, inbox me, call if you need to call. If I don't pick, probably I'm busy, I will still get in touch. Just send message, I will definitely reply. By the special grace of God, I'm so happy this week that I was able to attend. So far I've attended to over 500 messages, emails, and messages on Facebook. Over 500. I'm so happy, and I'm still on it. Midnight, I'm awake, I'm doing this stuff. So send your message. If I've not gotten to you, I'll get to you. Don't worry, and I'm not discriminating. Thank you for your understanding, and thank you for joining me. Have a blessed moment. God bless you, and bye.